Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. So I finally got Netflix. I'm not paying for it. My parents are. So yeah, it's the best of two worlds. Yeah. So I finally got to watch The Night Comes for Us, which came out in 2018. It's directed by Timo Tjahjanto. I don't know how to pronounce that. He's one of the directors of Headshot, which is an Uko Iwais movie. Uh, Joe Taslam plays Ito. He's from the first Raid movie. You got Uko Iwais from the Raid movies, plays Aryan. You got Julie Estelle as the operator, who you'll know from, I think she was also in Headshot. Sunny Pang as Qian Wu was also in Headshot. Zack Lee plays Bobby Blue, who was also in Headshot. Diane Sastraward Oyo plays Alma. Uh, Give me a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, yeah, I've been waiting for this movie, like I said, for a few years. It refuses to get a DVD or Blu-ray release, which pisses me the fuck off for the longest time. Because, like, I own Headshot, I own the other Raid movies. I would love to have this, add this to the collection. So the story for this movie is Joe Taslam plays Ito, who was this gangster from Indonesia, Jakarta to be more exact, who was part of this gang. One of his members from his gang, Bobby, started dealing drugs, pissing off the local triads. So to make amends for that, he had to join the triads as one of their 6Cs, which is what the Southeast Asian triad calls their enforcers, who are in charge of protecting their drug routes. What they really do is anytime one of their shipments, they have their shipments stay at villages, right? Small poor villages. If what ends up happening, like the villagers will steal some of the drugs, and then the 6Cs, or Ito to be exact, will have to come in and punish the entire village. So the start of the movie is Ito is in charge of this squad who's like gunning down these villagers because they stole some of the drugs, to sell to local drug pushers, make money, right? So he goes in to kill everybody. Uh, his his squad mates are shooting at these villagers that are running to like this little girl who's like on the beach. And Ito sees this and grabs a gun and kills kills his crew, right? Which they say later on in the movie that they didn't work for the triads. They worked for him, so he could have just ordered them down. But no, he's like, I gotta kill them, right? So the movie is basically a redemption movie. What else happens in the movie is that one of the 6Cs has one of Ito's former uh, gang members called Aryan, who is played by Uko Iwais, who's running this club in like Macau, which is like this Asian country that used to be a Portuguese colony. Which I don't know if in Macau they still speak Portuguese, but yeah, like China took it back, and now it's like a vacation country for like China, for whenever their rich elites wants to go gamble. Yeah, so he's running this club. He gets a call from Sunny Pang's character Qian Wu, which there's a lot of, whenever they talk to each other, there's a lot of English, and the English is so bad, dude. I couldn't lie. And also, Ike Uwais speaks, I don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese, yeah, but he speaks Chinese in the movie. I have no idea if his Chinese is worse than his English. But yeah, his English is so bad. And the stupid subtitles wouldn't pop up whenever he spoke English, which was awful, and I had a hard time understanding what he was saying. Like I honestly doubt if he knew what he was saying, to be honest. Yeah, so like he has to go and hunt down his brother, which Ito used to be the big brother of the gang. Ito goes back to Jakarta with the girl, which the girl, I don't know if she's the same little girl from Headshot, but she looks very similar. There's a little girl character in that. And if you haven't seen Headshot, uh, I would recommend it, but the story is not very good. But there's really great action in that movie, right? So yeah, like Ito stays at his girlfriend's place, meets up with his former crew members, which there's not a lot of them left. Which is Bobby Blue, who's like half Indonesian white guy, and his friend Fafti and his younger cousin, which I think they're like Arabs. I couldn't tell. Which um, Indonesia is a Muslim country, but whenever you see Ito's place, there's a lot of Christian stuff. Like he has this shrine where he has like the Mother Mary, and there's like fans with Jesus on the walls, and there's like you see a little rosary. So I think his character is supposed to be Christian, but they never mention that. But he does drink alcohol in the movie, so I don't know. Yeah, so like his brothers are looking after his brothers. I mean, his like gang members. They all in like Asian countries, they call their whenever they're in the mafia, they call their members like brothers, kind of like in the Yakuza. If you didn't know that, I'm just explaining that now. Yeah, so he leaves the little girl with his brother, his gang member brothers, to protect while he goes and collects on some money. Uh, they're also working for the triad, so you have this awesome fight scene at the butcher's where he's there to collect money, while at the same time like a fucking mob of guys with like machetes attack the apartment, and you have this huge battle. What ends up happening is yeah they're able to fight them off, but what ends up happening is like two of the assassins that work for Qian Wu show up, which are this lesbian couple, who one of them speaks French, I think, later on in the movie. I could be wrong. Like there's the blonde girl with the long hair, has kind of like a Skrillex haircut. She has like I think it's called a kukri knife. It's pronounced like Kukri, a kukri knife, which is I think it's like, I don't know if it's African, but it's like, yeah, some kind of weird knife. And her girlfriend, which has like a bob cut like hairstyle, has this weird like steel string weapon, um, which backfires on her at the end of the movie. Yeah, so like they kill his friends, except for one of them, which Aryan saves. He just beasts the one girl, which was fucking awesome. But what's up happening is like, yeah, Fafty has to protect the girl, but like, yeah, he just gets like, he just has face off after face off with guys with machine guns, and he just like, dude, he just is fucked, and he knows it, so he just says, "Fuck it, little girl, go hide under the cars while I have my last stand." Because like his car was already fucked up from like another squad of guys with machine guns, but like the last squad just like mows just mows him down. He only gets to kill like one of the guys before getting killed. Which that scene was very very emotional scene. That was actually a great scene. And like you also have a third party who in the movie, which is the operator, who is sent by some organization we don't know of, who's there to kill the Six C's. Ends up teaming up with Ito. She goes and fights the two lesbian assassins, while Ito goes to have the final battle with Aryan, who was given one last chance by Qian Wu. And the movie, which that both fight scenes are amazing. You can watch it on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of gore in the movie, which is like some people are saying hey, it's like a martial arts action horror movie because of the really uncomfortable gore. Which there's even like a point in the fight scene between Ito and Aryan where some like a lot of the fight scenes they'll use whatever objects is in their like immediate environment to like just use as a weapon. So at one point Ito just throws like a fucking jar of thumbtacks, and then like Aryan just gets his arms covered. Aryan, played by Uko Iwais, just covered in thumbtacks, and he's like already been fucked up in the fight. So there's a point where like he just looks like he just wants to run away during the fight, which I thought was fucking cool. Yeah, so like yeah, there's a lot of acute battle damage in the fucking movie, which I thought was great because like Joe Taslam's like, you would think he would just get his like ass kicked right away by Uko Iwais because like he just fucked up. He was shot earlier on in the movie during a flashback scene, so it's like we know he's been shot with like AK, which like AKs are not very powerful assault rifles. They're more for wounding people, but like yeah, dude was shot earlier on in the movie and just like has been like fight after fight, kind of like in the climax of the Raid 2. And the final scene in the movie, like, it's just like, you know, Qian Wu just shows up with a bunch of guys with assault rifles, and our character just says fuck it, gets in a car, plays a English song, cause like saying like where like the beginning of the song is like I just have one more thing, last thing to do, and he just like our character just says fucks it and like just charge at them with the car as the bad guys shoot at him, and the movie just ends. So, like, honestly, dude, if you're a fan of the Raid movies, you have to watch this movie. Even Headshot's pretty good, but I thought the story was good. Like, at its core, the movie is about redemption. You have this guy who just wants to save this little girl, just to try to save his soul, which is why you have the whole Christian iconography whenever like whenever he's like alone. Like there's a point where he's like kneeling beside his like little Christian shrine that he has. And I thought the music was good. Like it was better than like the first Raid movie, which you know the guy from Mike Shinoda did. Which I like Mike Shinoda, but like a lot of his like recent music, it's not for me. But like yeah, I thought the music was good. You have great fight scenes, lots of gore. The only one of the things I thought was not great was like some of the ADR sounded off to me, and then there was also spoiler alert, when I'll just say like when the one girl, the operator, kills one of the lesbian girls, it didn't piss off the other one, and she's like, why aren't you pissed off? Like I know that's your girlfriend, and she's like, you can't help the dead. Yet, like, she wanted to fucking kill, like, Uko Iwais for beating the shit out of her girlfriend early on in the movie. So it's like, you wanted to kill what's his name for beating the shit out of your girlfriend, but like, I don't know. And I should also mention, like, there was when the one character was like speaking French. I don't know a lot of French. In Canada they try to teach you French as like a second language. But like some words I know, and it's like obvious. Like there's a point where like after their discussion, she like let's start fighting. She says like let's start fighting after like her girlfriend's that after the conversation she has with the operator over his her dead girlfriend. She says like in the subtitle it says let's keep fighting, but like she clearly says in French let's continue or something like that. So it's like I just thought that that was a little nitpick. But yeah, I thought the movie was a great movie. If you love If you're a fan of The Raid and like you love hardcore martial art action movie, you're gonna love this movie. Okay. So I'm also going to review Memories of Murder. I'll probably post that review tomorrow. And that's about it. Also, during the weekend, we're going to review a bunch of Godzilla movies like Tokyo SOS Final Wars and Shin Godzilla. So if that sounds like your thing, check out the channel. We're going to start reviewing them on Friday. So, like, check that out. All right, peace.